Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Find Your Joy, and I'm Joy. You found me. It is Saturday morning, and I am in the parking garage at the hospital. I'm on my way up to go see Mom. I definitely got a good night's sleep last night. Weird dreams though, just weird, random dreams. Nothing to do with anything, just craziness. So, on the way in, I decided, well, first of all, we've got about maybe 2 inches of snow so far. Not a lot. And, but I think the majority of it is coming tonight and tomorrow. So the roads were fine. They have snow on them. And I think the good thing is, since we are under a winter storm warning, everyone's staying home. There was hardly any cars on the road, which was very nice. Because it's the other people I worry about on the driving. I did stop and get a coffee, so I'm going to make a coffee real quick before I go upstairs. I stopped at 7 Brew, and so I have seen videos. Somebody sent me a TikTok. I think they're trying to warn me off of, don't go here because they treat their employees bad at 7 Brew. And I asked every time I go to 7 Brew, you guys are good, right? You're allowed to go in and get warm. I was the only car in the driveway, so they were all in their little hut thing. 7 Brew, if you don't have 7 Brew in your area, 7 Brew is a drive-through coffee. So they have a little stand, and then they come out and take your order at your car and bring it to you. So they are in the elements. So if it's raining, they're standing in the rain with their little iPads taking your order. If it's cold, but they have, on rainy days, I've seen them, they wear these big plastic, they look like they're a little walking hut. So they can reach in and get your money and card and pay, but they stay dry. I asked the guy today, I'm like, y'all warm in there? You nice and warm? And he said yes. So I got a house blend, so just a hot coffee with cookie butter is their featured flavor this month. And cookie butter, I'm saying it out loud so I can reference it when I go back and I want to make it on my own. Hazelnut, white chocolate, and toasted marshmallow. Hazelnut and toasted marshmallow. I got both of those flavors at Ollie's this week. So I am pouring my coffee into a big Miyoki. It smells really good. And then I have a vanilla protein shake to pour in there. And that's going to be my coffee today. I am going to put this at the beginning of my Friday night card party. Card Night at Joy's video. So hopefully I will get that done by this afternoon. I've been kind of working on editing the clips and the bits of it because I recorded a lot and it's very like random, and I'm looking for the lid for this cup. Here it is. Okay. So after I got home last night and made my video about going to bed, I went to bed. There was no crocheting after I got home because I was exhausted. But it's just a good exhaustion because I know that Mom's doing really well and it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead, get off of here and go in to see Mom. And then I'll put everything together, and then I'll do a little outro at the end as a follow-up. So stick around. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, for Card Night at Joy's on Fridays, it is time to pick the colors for this week's squares from our Granny Square card decks. We have from our counterfeit bunch, we have picked the Alchemy Garden Square. So this is number 42 this week. So this is the Alchemy Garden Square, and it has 6 colors in it. So all I really need to do is, I I actually have 7 colors in the basket because I have white in here. So I am going to pick them in numerical order from going from the inside out. So the center of the square. So color number 1 is green. Color number 2, red. Color number 3, purple. Color number 4, blue. Color number 5, white. And the last color is yellow. All right, let me write those down so that when I make this square, these will be the colors that I use. Okay, I changed my mind and I pulled the white out of the rotation. I'm just going with the Roy G. Biv colors on the counterfeit granny card square deck. So in place of the white, number 5 is now orange. And so I've got those colors picked out and written down. So I'm going to put those back in the basket with the card. So when I'm ready to make it, I have it. All right, next up is our African flower. This is our original granny card deck, card number 42. And this has 4 colors. I was thinking of doing these random as well and just reaching in and pulling out of the bucket. I pulled 4 out that were similar to these colors. It was not random, it was chosen. And now I'm trying to decide, do I want to go with these colors or do I want to do random? You know what? I think I'm going to go with these colors. And then I'll figure out something. I'll do like a roll for scrap kind of video with something else. This one, I just kind of will go. And if it's one that's, you know, could be any random color, maybe then we'll do some random pulls. But I think because this is kind of a flowery pattern, because it is called the African flower, even though this is not the flower card deck, this is the regular granny square card deck. So for the middle color, I went with this Big Twist Mint, a very light green. For the petals, I went with Mainstays orange. For the blue border around the flower, I went with Big Twist Teal. And for the outside border, Big Twist Value Orchid. So here is the color palette for the African flower. And then our card deck, flower card deck, number 42 is the Azalea. And I'm going to put a picture of it here because I don't have the cards here with me. But it has 3 colors and it kind of has the orangey in the middle. So I'm going with this that was given to me. It's kind of an, I'm going to call this like an orange sherbet color because that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if it's Big Twist or Red Heart. I have no idea because this was gifted to me. The green for the leaves, I'm going with this Big Twist Varsity Green, which is a little brighter than what's on the picture. And then the border, they have kind of a peachy color, and I am going, is this just a pink? I'm wondering, because sometimes I roll up, I think this is, yeah, I would have to look and see what I use this for, where I got this, and hope that it's not a, like an all-in-one that I balled up and there's other colors in the middle. But these are the colors I am going with for the azalea. All right, so I've got all of those yarns and the cards in the basket. I'm gonna take these two into the office this week and scan them in, because looking at them on the screen where I can enlarge them so much better than trying to all right, so we will get started on making those squares. Okay, I am hitting pause on this right now, this square. This is my second attempt at making it. The first one I didn't make it wasn't a square. Apparently, I made a pretty pentagon. Because I can't, it's not that I can't count, it's that I can't read, because okay, let me read the directions to you. I'm going to read them out loud and see if it makes more sense to me, because I still think it's worded weird, but that's let's just see. Okay, so you start your magic ring and you chain 6, and then you do triple, 2 doubles, triple, chain 2. And then it says repeat 3 times, and then triple, 2 double crochets, fasten off. Hear me out. My brain read, do this 1 time, then repeat it 3 times, right? So 4 times total, and then do the triple and the 2 doubles and fasten off. What that did was it put another edge, so it made it 5. It does have a stitch count in brackets at the end of the directions, and if I would have counted stitches, I would have realized that I did it one too many times. But my brain read, do this, repeat 3 times. So do it 3 more times. But reading it and doing the count, it wanted you to do that 3 times and then finish it off with the triple and the 2 doubles. And the whole time I'm thinking, this is not looking like the picture. So how? And now I'm looking at this going, does this look like the picture? Okay. Now I'm going to read something else out loud to see if it clicks in my brain. All right, so let me get to where it is. Okay. All right, that is, remember, okay, nope, I need to be on on round 4. Okay. Round 4. Front post triple around. So front post. Back post. Front post. Back. Now I need to look, because I think I'm doing this. Am I doing it wrong? Am I doing front posts or back posts? Y'all, this is why I'm stopping. I had to pull out a bunch of stitches because, first of all, I'm falling asleep. So I need to not do this with sleepy brain. So, you know what? Good night. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, I am back and I am awake. So where did I leave off last night? On this square, I just finished round 4. Oh, I'm wearing red. That's not a good. All right. And as I'm looking at the pattern, I know I noticed this last night, but I was thinking maybe it would be somewhere else, but the pattern is incomplete on this page. It ends in the middle of a sentence. So I knew it wasn't right. So I decided to use the Google machine and typed in Alchemy Garden Square, the name of this square that I am trying to make. Well, the first one that it pulled up was a YouTube video. So I went to YouTube and went to Kiwi's Crochet Corner. So it gave me a new crocheter to follow. But her video showing her make showed where she got the pattern from. The original pattern is in the Ultimate Granny Square source book. It is 100 granny squares, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of these, if not all of them, are going to be in that book. So I went and ordered it. It'll be here Saturday. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to pause on this square. And when I get the book, I will finish it. So right now, let's move on to, let's make another square. So I'm going to go and make, this is the card from the real Claire Montgomery, the Granny Square card deck. So that is in from here. And number 42 is the African flower. Special stitches used in this square is back loop only. That's an easy one to do. It has long single crochets around in round 4, worked into unworked chain spaces from round 2, and working over single crochet from round 3. All right, so this has the chart to follow, and I have found that I can take a picture of it on my iPad and zoom in so I can actually see what I'm looking at. I still don't think it helped any on the pattern for this one, the counterfeit, but source found for it. So we're going to come back to that one. So I think this square, the finished square, I will have to put in my next video so I can finish these hopefully tonight and get these loaded for card night at Joy's for Friday's video. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to make the African flower granny square. And I already picked out my colors, so I've already shown that, I think. So I'm going to get started on that. finished the African flower. I really like this. This green is a lot lighter when you put it in the middle of these. I'm definitely going to have to block these squares, but I think it's pretty. It had some back loop only stitches, which I had to look and see on the chart what that little extra little curve was, and it was back loop. So I am learning the chart reading because there was not a pattern for this one. So let me measure this one and see. And yeah, here it is. All right. And then we'll compare it size-wise to last week's. I used a 5.5 millimeter hook on this one. All right, and this is from edge to edge. It's 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches, 5.5 hook, and where is my other? There we go. So using the 5.5, that was telling you last week I made two, one with the 5.0 and one with a 5.5, and there really isn't a huge difference on these. In fact, I'm having a hard time determining which one is the bigger one. That's weird, right? All right, I'm gonna go with this one is the bigger one because these stitches look bigger in it. So let's see how I did. Ooh, yay. All right, so far everything is matching up on this box. Next, I'm going to make the flower out of the flower box, Granny Square flower card deck, and it is the azalea. So I am going to get started on that. I've got, let's see, the colors I have for that one are, this is the outside color. Or is this one the outside color? I'll have to look back on my notes and see what I picked. And then the green that I chose for this one is right here. I think this is my outside. And this is my flower, and this is my leaves. All right, I'm gonna get started on this one. All right, I'm making the azalea, and y'all, I had to learn a new stitch for this. I did the popcorn stitch. So here is the beginning. And now I'm moving on to the leaves. All right. You know, pattern following and chart reading is something that, you know, maybe doesn't go well with ADHD and stuff, because I'm about to frog this. Not all of it, but all the green, but isn't it pretty? But that's not what it's supposed to look like. I know, I was already halfway through the next round, and apparently I was doubling it up on there too. So what I was doing was doubling stitches instead of every other. Like, one was supposed to have this cluster, and then one was supposed to have a single crochet, but somehow I managed to put clusters in all of them. So let's undo all of them except this first one here. Dang it, that's a lot of stitches. That's okay, that's okay. I'm watching videos, I'm crocheting, I got dinner is now cooking, because it dawned on me that, yeah, I'm hungry. All right, so, ew, okay, I see what I did. I was obviously not paying attention to detail. So this one doesn't get anything in it. So I just do this one chain and then skip and go here. Okay, okay, I got this. I got this. But that was going to be pretty, the one I did with all those leaves. But I was looking at it thinking, man, this square is going to be huge. And I'm looking at the picture of it right here. And the chart is right here. And la la la. That's okay. I got this. I got this. Okay. Rounds 1, 2, and 3 are done. Now I just have one more round, and that is putting the border around it. Is that the color I want to do it in? Do I want to do it in this color? This color, or I like that color. I'm going with this one instead. And look, I had all of this extra frogged. Oopsie. Okay, that one was an easy one. Once I learned how to count and follow a pattern. All right, so here is the final square, and this is the azalea. All right, and the African flower, and I'm going to show you the wrong one because like I said, I'm going to have to finish this up later after I get the book with the real pattern in it, the complete real pattern. But here is the pentagon that here's the pentagon version of the Alchemy Garden square / pentagon. All right. Okay, while I'm thinking of it, I have a question for all of the Big Twist fans out there. Now, if you'll recall, or if you did the math, when I posted my 1-year crochet-versary a couple weeks ago, a week ago today, I So I started crocheting a year ago. It wasn't long after I was crocheting that Joann's let us know that she couldn't handle money and that she was closing. So bankruptcy and bye-bye. So me being new to buying crochet yarns and fibers and things to get for crochet, had no idea what I was shopping for. When I went in, I chose my yarn based on how pretty it was, what the colors were. So, some choices, but on one of my last trips in Joann, they had some solids, and I thought I should have some solids. So I got, you know, some big twists. Big twist value, a couple of solid colors of each, you know, of this. But here is my question. If this is normal for big twist, or is this just this skein? Just this skein, or is this normal? Is it always so splitty? I had a hard time with the green splitting this time around. I mean, and this was the end that I cut off to start with, just because I did not want to mess with that unraveling. So is that normal for big twist? Because I know it's coming back now. Hirschner's and Michael's and everything. So is splitty yarn normal for big twist? Because it wasn't so bad with this lilac color. I didn't have any problems with that one. So I'm just wondering, was that just a bad skein? All right, so wanted to do some comparisons on this week's squares. All right, so first week we had, am I holding them the right way? No. All right, so week 1 of the regular square, of the regular box, the Granny Square card deck, non-counterfeit, and week 2. So these are same size, so these will go well together. This week's flower card deck, also same size, right? Everything is working upright. Last week's flower card deck, if you remember, I was making it while standing up and trying to film it, looking, it was a mess. And I made some mistakes on this, and I'm wondering, because remember, these are in here and I don't think they're supposed to be. Look how much smaller this square is compared to this week's. So this one isn't going to fit with all of them. So I think I'm going to remake this one because I want it to fit. I want them all to go together because it's all going to be one big happy blanket, right? So I'm going to redo this one. And then next week when I come back on for next week's, we will have the finished from the counterfeit card deck, which is now also going to be from the Ultimate Granny Stitch Guide, the Ultimate Granny Square Source Book. All right, so, but I'm going to compare and see if all of the cards that are in our counterfeit box are in that book. We'll see. All right, so we are going to take this week's cards that we are finished with,
And I need to get a little box to put them in so I don't lose them. Because right now they are bookmarks in the Duck Duck Dishcloth book, which is next week's square or dishcloth. That's all, folks. All right. Well, as I am filming this, it is Thursday night, almost 9:30, and I am going to go to bed early tonight because I am picking Mom up tomorrow around 4:30 a.m. So we are at the hospital by 5 a.m. And so I'm going to go to sleep, try to get some sleep. And I need to take my dinner dish back into the kitchen. I just made some, I cooked up some ramen noodles, but without the seasonings on it. And then I had some leftover chili from last night. So I just made chili mac. And I had a few bites of that, but I am full and there's a lot left in that bowl. But I have a feeling I'm going to go ahead and I'm so bad at eating my leftover. I have like 2 or 3 things in the fridge now that should be eaten. The chili was one of them. So I got the chili, some of it heated up and reused, but there's other things that need to go. So Sunday night will be trash night. I will go through the fridge then. All right. So, y'all, I will work on editing this because as I look back on everything that I filmed for these 3 squares, I think there's going to be a lot. So I need to do some editing, some cutbacks, some speed ups, just to put this together. So hopefully I will be able to get this uploaded some point tomorrow. Hopefully I can come on and give a little quick update after surgery is over and she is out of the recovery room. So I will come on and it might be just a short or just a quick video. We'll see. No promises. You know, it's all gonna just depend on tomorrow. All right, y'all. I thank you for hanging out with me. If you guys want to come over for card night next week, join me. It's fun. We use 3 different decks. One I'm calling the counterfeit deck, which may turn into the Granny Square source book. Either way, we're going to continue doing those in cottons. We're going to continue doing the books by Claire, what's your last name? It's right. Montgomery, Claire Montgomery. It's in there. Here, it's right here. Yes, Claire Montgomery in acrylic. Because I'm loving how this is feeling. I can't wait to see how this turns out. In the meantime, I need to get, oh, you know what? Mom told me she has some plastic shoe boxes. Oh, maybe these will fit. I can like line them up, like stack them up like the old card files in the library. The Dewey Decimal, no, the card, I know the numbers are the Dewey Decimal System, but when you look through them and you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, or like a Rolodex. All right. Ooh, you know what I could do? Okay. Ding, 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 ding. I can take the card, the bookmark, take the card, put it with the square, and put it in the box. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Don't y'all love how the ping 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 Just the pinball is just in there bouncing around with the squirrels. All right, y'all. Here we go. Have a great day, y'all. I've had a great day today. Tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. It's going to be a really good day. The surgeons are going to, his hand, Dr. Docs, is going to get my mom's surgery done perfectly, and all is going to be good. And that is how it's going to be. So, y'all. Wait, stop, don't go anywhere. Don't. I just realized I'm so bad at this, because I'm the one picking the cards for next week. So let's see what we're going to play next week. That's what we're working on. So we'll just grab these out of here and mix them up. So this is the counterfeit deck that I am picking from, just so we keep it the same as we have every week, and so I don't get those out of order. All right, so we're gonna do a quick shuffle here. I don't know, will these shuffle like a shuffle them like I used to? Did I ever tell you I was a dealer in Vegas? Oh, that's a story for another day. Cards. I dealt cards. All right, here we go. We're going to pick one, and we'll take that number and do the same number for our real card deck and our flower card deck. So let's see here. How about this one? All right. Ooh. This one is the Levantine square. That is pretty. That has that's pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at the, it's got some back post. Is that back post? Back loop. I think that's back. That one is back. Oh, see? That's why they give me a, that's why I have a guide to read the chart. Let's see here. There's no special really, but let's see. Oh. Okay, I know the real card deck has, okay, this is number 31. Number 31. So I'm going to set these other cards back in the box. And then oh, that one is back loop on. Okay, let me look at this. Oof. Yeah, I think that's a single crochet back loop only. Alrighty, this one's pretty, and it starts the magic ring. Well, this one's going to be super easy. So 31 Levantine square in the counterfeit deck. So let's go into our real deck and find number 31. All right, 31. Oh, all right. This one is in a muddle. M-U-D-D-L-E, in a muddle. Number 31. All right. And then our flower, oops, granny deck. Ugh, come on. Where is the... Y'all, I am so disorganized. All right, so, and our flower deck for number 31 is... Oh, I just got out of the wrong Google Drive. Okay. Flowers. Number 31 is... Sorry, this one is on my... in my Google Drive, so 31 is Echinacea. All right, why is this one? Uh-oh. I do not have the front of this one on that got scanned. So I'm going to need to look that up with the Echinacea 3D motif. So this is one that you make the motif and then you make a blank square and put it on for the Echinacea. All right, I will have to get a... I will have to look that up and see what that picture looks like. So next week, 31, the Levantine square. So if you have the counterfeit deck, or if it is in the book that I have ordered, that is the already closed out the picture of it. It is the Granny Square source book, the ultimate Granny Square source book. So we'll see if that is in there and in a muddle. So if y'all want to get started on the squares, it's number 31. And now, as I said a minute ago, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. Bye. All right, Mom is sleeping, so I'm going to be quiet. But I just want to tell you guys, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're having a great day. Make it a great day and find your joy.